Network Entertainment.
Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of Kaya Pa Ba? At nandito ngayon na ang isang tao na actually, talagang feeling talaga natin natanong niya ang tanong na kaya pa ba? Please welcome a friend from work. I think is the best way to describe my guest for today. We have the one and only icon, Pura Luca Vega. Hi Luca.
Hello, Tito Baus.
Tito Baus! Grabe!
Yes.
Okay, kamusta ka naman ngayon? Kamusta ka today?
Sakto lang.
Sakto lang. Okay.
Chill lang tayo today.
Chill lang tayo. Actually guys, share ko lang sa inyo. Today actually, first day ni Luca sa bago niyang trabaho. At cup to nag-leave siya agad. Nag-undertime siya agad.
For this, yeah.
For this. So, consider yourselves very lucky, mga listeners. But I actually invited you here because, you know, we have bumped into each other sa isang lugar na like, medyo surprise for me. Nakita kita sa isang open mic
Yes.
ng comedy about 2 weeks ago. The week before that, nalaman ko sa group chat ng mga komedyante na parang, oh my God, si Luca nagsa-stand up. And then, I was so happy for it. I texted you. And then the following week, I saw you there.
Yes.
So, ang una kong tanong, why comedy?
I think it's the universe's way of, leading me to where I should be.
Max! Okay. At it led you to a lot of dick jokes.
Yes. Kasi there was, for some reason, straight men, when they do comedy, it has a lot of dick jokes. No? I was like,
Which really makes us think, are they even straight, girl?
I think they're not.
Actually, paulit-ulit mo sinasabi yan that night.
Parang napaka-fixated nila sa dick jokes. Sabi ko, I know we're gay and we probably like dick, but we're not that obsessed with dicks.
Correct. Actually, sabi mo nga sa akin, Baus, bakit puro titi yung mga jokes nila? Are you sure they're not gay? And I was like, well, this is like actual comedy.
Baka naman curious sila.
Well, I guess we are there to do the Lord's work. The same way he has
Show
asked
them
you.
the
I'm
way.
sorry, no pun intended. Anyway, so we digress. We'll get into that later. So this podcast is called Kaya Pa Ba? It's about one's, I don't know, like brand of creative thinking, creative problem solving / discarte.
Okay.
And people know you to be someone who has gone through something quite significant. Recently. Another get to that later. But a lot of our listeners here are actually corporate people, maybe in the creative field, juggling a number of things. And the reason why I invited you here is because I've always known you to be someone kasi na yes, you do drag, but you're also someone who has always had like a conventional day job.
Yes.
And I guess ang tanong ko, why keep that? Or parang...
Why have that set up?
Why have that setup? Because I think it seems to be working pretty well for you.
It was a gamble because I think that part of either job as a drag performer or whatever day job I had at the time, there's a limit to what I can give. So it might not be 100%, but I had no regrets of taking both jobs because in this economy, it made such an impact for me to be a breadwinner. I was the eldest in the family, so there's this expectation to always provide food on the table, to send your sisters to school, to make sure that the family stays afloat. So it's kind of like normal now. Weirdly, I think most Filipinos would have 2 or 3 jobs.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's hustling. And mind you, doing drag, as fun as it may sound, takes a lot of resources.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But I guess there is some sense of pride knowing na your drag, I assume, has now reached a level wherein it puts food on the table.
It has helped. But I think kasi, realistically, if you ask some of the queens, especially the ones that don't have a show, it doesn't pay as much as what people think it pays. And I think this is also true even for the ones that actually have a show. If you might have heard of some of the Rue girls expressing their concern of not getting booked as frequently. There's a business around it. There's also competition amongst queens who gets to be booked. So it's a matter of preferences. So in the drag industry, you can't really have some sort of security of how frequently you get booked.
Got it.
The flow is not as consistent.
Got it.
Yes.
But I want you to take us to that time wherein, you had a 9 to 5.
Yes.
You started drag in 2017. Yung first, I guess the weeks or days leading to when you finally decided, okay, gagawin ko na tong pagdadrag. Kasi I think
Okay.
that's where most people struggle with. You stop and start. And people, okay, gagawin ko na siya next week. And then
Yes,
actually,
yes,
wag na lang
yes.
kasi may deadline eh.
Correct,
Parang can you
correct.
give us a clearer picture of how that was like?
Before I did drag, I was doing a lot of creative endeavors. Taray, creative endeavors.
Creative endeavors.
Bakla. Like,
Yun na yung title ng episode natin, Creative Endeavors. Pero may question mark saka exclamation mark. Creative Endeavors with Pura Luca Vega.
Ayun. And then I think ever since I graduated, when I had like work, like formal work as a teacher, as a managing editor, I would have like a side hustle. And it's not really a hustle, but something that's creative, that was able to satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul? But yeah, totoo yun.
Hindi,
Like,
totoo yun, yeah.
I mean, at the time, I was also cosplaying. I had even the audacity to audition for
The Voice.
This,
Charing.
hindi naman. Kerry naman din. But, like, disc jockey type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely get that vibe.
Yeah. Pero it was any opportunity for me to learn something artistic, I do it. I try to do it. So if it's like improv, there's a dance class, okay, go.
I love it.
As long as I have the time to do it. Kasi I think as a queer person, parang you don't have the same timelines as some of your straight counterparts.
We have a better timeline.
Wow, better
Joke lang. I
timeline.
love my straight people.
But it's kind of true. Like if you see some
Gusto ko yung biglang bawi. It's kind of true.
kind of true. Like some of them would have kids or have their jowa and magkakasal na or whatever. So parang ate wala talaga akong jowa. So I'll have to direct my attention to the things that I love to do.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that life is generally not as it's very short. It's not as long as people think it is. So you have to do what you can do and do it well.
Yes.
Yan.
Yeah. No, I love that you mentioned that because actually that's yun yung thesis ng Kaya Pa Ba. Like when I resigned from corporate and did my comedy thing, it's like, kaya pa ba may igaganda pa ba tong buhay ko?
Okay.
And
Sige nga, anong sagot doon?
No. I mean, I guess meron pa naman, but I love how you phrased it kanina, satisfying the soul. I guess, how early on did you feel that pull from the universe that you had to go for something that satisfied you?
It has always been there, I think. Even if my course back in college was science, because I was like a science teacher, there was a time wherein I had to wait for an opening for a teaching position. But while I was I was waiting for that opportunity, I was working in a movie theater. Mga ganon.
I love it.
And then
Renaissance man.
Kind of.
Oh, diba?
And then I was also for a short time teaching kids, and I hosted a birthday party like as a mascot, parang ganon. Ang dami kong odd jobs, I know.
I love it. Okay. Yeah.
Ayun. So as long as I have the opportunity to just try new things, I would do it. I would do it.
So, I guess it's nice rin, I think, because we kind of come from the same generation, that the culture has kind of kept up with our kind of creatures, if that
Yes.
makes any sense. Because dati, ang tingin lang sa atin, hindi tayo napipirme, ang dami natin mga gustong gawin.
Totoo.
And then people realize na actually you do need facets to express parang your love for logic,
Yes,
your love
yes.
for the creative, your love to be like being a social being.
Correct. There's so much negative connotation on the jack of all trades. Parang ganon.
Correct.
Pero sabi, isip-isip ko, that is the future.
Yeah.
The future is for you to be able to kind of do a little bit of everything, because now the demands for you to do a lot of things is there. It becomes more prominent as
Yeah.
time goes by. So
Yeah.
parang dapat marunong kang gumawa nito. Dapat makisabay ka sa kasi maiiwanan ka if you're just like a one-trick pony.
Correct.
Or you're like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with mastering a craft.
Yeah. But I think like up until like 10 years ago, the conversation was still very much just like stay in your lane.
Yes,
and, like,
yes.
Be happy you even have a lane. And parang people, tayo mga nabranda na matigas ang ulo. Diba? Ang dami mong gustong gawin.
Pero now is the time kasi na medyo parang transdisciplinary.
So hindi na
Transdiscipline.
tayo interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary.
Yes,
na. Sorry,
transdisciplinary.
educate me. What does transdisciplinary
Google nyo na
mean?
lang. No, but it's something to do with certain disciplines contributing to addressing a particular issue.
Okay.
It can't be just like, okay, you leave it to a certain discipline to get to where you are.
Correct.
There is a connection with all of this to how we address the problem on hand. Parang ganun.
Bilang marami kang disciplines, I mean, you mentioned nga kanina nag-mascot ka, ano ka sa movie theater, naging teacher ka,
Yes.
you do a lot of community work, you're an artist, you're a personality.
Yeah.
I guess with the many things that you got to try and continue to try, how would you describe yourself? Na like, what kind of creature are you?
I am. I think I decided to just live through it and get lessons from everything that I've done, and I'm happy where I am. I had no regrets. In fact, I think I've lived a really full life, and I think I'm more excited to actually continue. There's no point for me to actually stop. So I'll continue doing what I'm doing, continue trying lots of new things, probably make mistakes along the way. I don't fucking care. But it's just, I think there's no other way for you to actually learn things, but just do it. You just have to really go through it. Yeah.
I love it. And of course, I guess we have to talk about
Drag, ano ba? Or
no, we talk about, I mean, it is related to drag.
Yes.
I mean, the incident of you being arrested.
Okay.
And you going to jail for a total of how many days?
The first arrest was 3
3, right?
days.
Yes.
And then the second one was like just a day.
Just a day. Properly documented naman, I think, yung mga interviews and news reports of when you were there.
Yeah.
But what I'm actually intrigued about is like the immediate days after that.
Yes.
Kasi like, nakakauga yun. Obviously.
Nauga ba? Hindi ko alam. Hindi naman ako masyado nauga. Parang, okay. I'll go.
No, but like, because it changes you, whether you are conscious of it or not. But like the first few days, like getting back to the old groove, like how was that like?
Well, you're right about the fact that it did change me, but it's more of I got a lot of insights for what the entire ordeal, how it is in the bigger scheme of things, like the bigger picture. I was able to see it. Na parang okay, this is how it is.
Okay.
But when I was incarcerated for 3 days and I got back to work, I kind of appreciated the fact that when I was back at DOH at the time, I was, made to feel like you are allowed to do what you need to do for the department. So it was kind of like going back to normal because I did crave that normalcy.
Okay.
Even at the time we're in as a performer, there are some establishments that kind of were a little... They'd like to distance themselves for a bit because, they think that, okay, maybe we didn't want to, muna. But there were some establishments that were like, continue doing what you're doing. You're free to perform here. And I really do appreciate that because at the time, I was craving for normalcy. I was craving for, I wanted to do the things that I've been doing even before the whole entire issue. And then, thankfully, thank God, I still was able to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have legal battles here and there, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the comforts of having to work both in an office and also on a stage.
And do your art.
Do my art. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. Because this to me means a lot, means the world to me. So, and even if I'm might be in prison, I don't know. I might still bring drag there. I don't know. I would like to live my life the way I want to live my life.
When you say that you are considering like performing drag or taking drag into like prisons. Like,
Oh, why not, diba?
What does that mean?
It means kasi na it's inherently in my system. So you cannot take away the drag in me, or my essence. Essence. Nandun na yun eh. Like parang feeling ko, I owe it up to doing drag because it saved me from a lot of troubles in my life. It was such a good way of processing things. In fact, the reason why I went into drag was not about monetary gain.
Okay.
It was really more of therapy for myself because probably therapy is expensive, you guys. But
Well, you can argue maybe drag is even more expensive.
if you can afford therapy, go get therapy. But art in itself is therapy. So me doing drag was such a healing experience for me. It healed a lot of things that I've gone through as a queer person. Made me more comfortable of who I am. Kaya hindi ko siya ma-let go. When I started in 2017, at the same time I started DOH work, I needed a balance eh.
Correct. Balance yung role niya sa life mo before
Yes.
now.
Yes. And now, it opened a lot of opportunities. I mean, monetary gain, great, but really more of I've met a lot of interesting people, had interesting experiences I don't think I would be able to experience if I let myself be boxed in that corporate setting.
Got it.
You know?
And
Yeah.
what's a piece of advice that you would give, I guess, to people who are considering not naman going out of the box, pero lalakihan lang yung box nila para kasama yung ibang mga facets of their lives?
Just do it, I guess. No, but I mean, when people kind of say na, oh, it might be not the logical way of doing things, I think, should you listen to them? I mean, meron, di ba sabi nga ni Lady Gaga, if there's 100 people in the room and only 99 don't believe in you, and there's only one, isa lang talaga.
Correct.
Ayun, adi gawin mo na. I mean,
Correct. Gawin mo na.
kahit yung isang person na yun ay ikaw, and you believe so strongly about it, you do it still. But I also understand din kasi in this, like I said, in this economy, in this
Changing new normal.
yes. Parang it's also a risk to actually kind of let go. Okay, to be fair, tinanong ko talaga si Tita Baby no, when I'm having a crisis of whether I should continue my corporate job or ganyan. And then at that time, nag-quit na siya.
So sabi niya, well...
yun, so sabi ko, okay, so hindi mo na ako aalis. Because there are still a lot of things kasi that I am very grateful for doing DOH work. I had a lot of people I was able to help get access to mental health services when it wasn't readily available to them. So, just being in the department, parang when people ask me, oh, eto, you can go to this one, we can give you free medicines. So, in that way, hindi ko siya maiwan kasi parang feeling ko, okay, I'm helping people,
Yeah.
so yeah.
No, I think you bring up a great point na just because you're considering exploring other things doesn't mean you're not allowed to enjoy what you currently
Yes.
have.
Yes.
I think there's a pleasure principle in both of it. Parang you're allowed to enjoy both.
Yes.
I think so. Parang yes, if your 9 to 5 is something that satisfies parts of your soul, but
Yeah.
you feel there are other things that can give you that can scratch a bigger itch. Like, why not go for it?
Yep,
Diba?
yep.
I mean, you brought up a great point. Like, how can helping other people be so bad of a career choice if like you're helping other people's mental
Correct.
health?
I think you just have to evaluate what you're willing to forgo. But I mean, wala naman talaga mawawala sa'yo if you do a lot of things at the
Correct.
same time. It's just, there's a challenge lang of managing all of these things. And it might not be perfect, but as long as you're doing it and you're trying your best, sometimes that's good enough.
Correct.
There's this weird notion kasi na, okay, your value is dictated on what you do or what your job is. No, it's not. It's really not. Like, parang sometimes you existing is something to be celebrated for.
The Public Relations Society of the Philippines presents Breaking Down the Buzz, Best Practices in Communications and Public Relations. Each episode is a crash course in various comms and PR strategies that shape the landscape. Join in the conversation with thought leaders and industry innovators, ushering PR into the next generation. Be inspired, get connected, and stay updated. Don't miss an episode. Like, follow, subscribe now, and kickstart your PR career growth with PRSP's Breaking Down the Buzz.
So what's your barometer for the value you're able to give? You mentioned na parang you don't have to let other people's value systems parang dictate the way you value yourself. So ano yung internal compass mo that you check actually okay ako sa XYZ ng buhay ko right now?
I think when I am genuinely happy, that's one. That's a good barometer, I think. I mean, we have to strive to be happy. So if what you're doing makes you happy, then sometimes it already suffice. It would suffice na.
Correct.
And then the rest na lang, yung add-ons na lang if you're creating a difference to other people. Parang, different.
Pinag-usapan namin ni Tita Baby na parang hindi naman porket happy ka, hindi ka pagod. You know
Totoo naman. Totoo naman.
Like sometimes you even have to like work hard to be happy.
Correct.
Kasi parang I guess there's also, this notion na
you wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind kung pagod ka at the end of the day if you're happy.
Correct.
Because so parang I don't think you would complain. If you're tired and then, it makes you happy, whatever you're doing, you wouldn't really complain about it because you know that it made you happy and probably it also made someone else happy. Kasi sometimes what are the things that make us happy? It could be like
pera.
Well, totoo naman.
Totoo naman.
Oo. I'm so happy. Money just like follows me.
Sana all.
Try mo, girl. Try mo.
I think it's also important for you to always reassess how your happiness equation changes.
Totoo.
Kasi nag-iiba siya eh. Diba?
Part of your evolution, I guess. Or part of your growing na parang, okay, this thing doesn't make me happy na. So, you move on.
Correct. Yeah. Like, kunyari, nasa corporate ako, sabi ko, okay, I'm doing my 9 to 5.
You were happy then,
I was happy then, and then, sabi ko, masaya na ako magkaroon ako like ng improv show like every 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
Happy na ako sa ganun. And I was like pursuing improv as a hobby. And now I'm like, I go on stage like 2 to 4 times a week and people, okay, this is now my new diba? Diba? Like change. Like you are allowed to like want more and change things up. Diba?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I guess like in your case, paano nag-iba yung happiness equation mo all throughout the years?
I think nagbago siya based on what I've experienced with what I do as a drag performer. Having it opened my eyes to what I can potentially do as a person. Like right now, I'm working for Rainbow Rights.
Correct. Day 1, first day high.
Yes.
Under time agad.
Alam mo, mapapatawad naman ako ng mga boss ko. But I believe in this organization so much because they have helped me too. And they've helped a lot of people. Rainbow Rights has been a place where people can like go to if they needed legal assistance. So in my experience, sabi ko, it kind of just makes sense to also move on to a chapter in my life wherein iba naman yung focus ko. Because earlier in my career, I was a teacher 4 years. As good as it may be, and I appreciate it, dumating din yung point na parang I needed to also level up or to reassess what also makes me happy. And then came health.
Okay.
I became a health educator, researcher. And then, so I've been in the DH 7 years. And now it's in a different sector. It's more of protecting human rights, providing legal assistance. So parang, I love it. Parang ang dami kong napagdaanan na was able to bring me to where I am right now.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. I'm really happy. So, yeah.
And I think the reason why you're happy is because your expressions or your many expressions, it comes from a more informed place because diba, you're able to like, you're able to make sense of like, when you were incarcerated. So now you know like the kind of help that somebody needs. Diba?
It opens up your mind, your eyes. Ano bang na-open? Basta it opens you up.
Sesame ang na-open. Okay.
It opens up your heart. Ewan ko, but you're able to see things kasi na requires an opportunity for you to create change. So parang, nakikita mo na, okay, you can create something in this field. You can improve some areas in this field. So why not, diba? So
it's kind of great that what I'm hearing from you is like you're still very idealistic. In a way, like parts of it are tipo, it's just more focused.
Yes.
Diba you would think like, the older we get, lalo na tayong mga judgmental gays. Oh, we're just jaded about everything. But but there are things that like...
Parang hindi naman ako ganun ka-judgmental. I never
Are you
judge.
sure?
Only si God lang nagja-judge.
Anyway, we'll save that for the paid version of this podcast. But in a way, you're still able to like maintain a lot of hope. That's more focused, more grounded, more streamlined.
I think we have to cling on to that hope. I mean, we've gone through a lot, and
you have gone through a lot,
girl. I mean, in general, naman talaga, pag bakla ka, you've gone through a lot. Correct. So we'd like to be hopeful because we want to see the change that we want in the future. So if we lose that hope, then all would be lost. So even if it's such a dark time to even live now, and like there are plenty of things that are happening that are like so against your value system na parang what is happening in this world? Ate, check mo lang yung X or yung formerly Twitter app. Dami ng kung ano-anong lumalabas. But you also have to be aware of what you can do as an individual to create a positive change. Taray, napaka-pageant.
Correct.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. Like, that's kind of like the driving idea I have with my stand-up. Na parang, I mean, mapatawa lang kita sa kabaklaan ko because the world is like in shambles. Like, masaya na ako doon. Diba?
You create this really wonderful space kasi. Na parang, okay, magulong mundo, okay lang. Pero pwede pa nating baguhin. As long as you plant a seed of like hope, and all of those who are able to witness you when you do your stand-up, para ma-realize na lang, nga no, funny siya. Para gano'n. Or dapat...
Nakakabusit pala talaga mga bakla.
Totoo. And then para ma-realize na, dapat ganun lang. Dapat kahit marami tayong problema, we have to hold space.
Yes.
Or na magkaroon tayo ng hope na to actually change things. Parang ganon. Parang hindi naman ganon ka nega. Para we can actually like look for solutions to the problems at hand. Parang ganon.
I love it. And so like with this new job, of course, like you're very hopeful now.
Yeah.
Like lahat naman tayo dumadaan dyan, di ba? Like first day sa job and we're like, I'm gonna make the biggest impact
Baka nawala
I have ever made. Di ba? Like I'm gonna, and I think masayang matikman pa rin yun at this time, at this age. But especially with like the cause that you are now a part of this particular organization. How do you see this informing your drag or your artistic expression?
I think it will affect me in terms of usually naman kasi may influence yung dalawa.
Correct. Salitan sila usually, diba?
So, whatever I do in my day job does inform or influence my drag. And my drag also informs my day job or whatever.
So, magpapanotaryo ka na sa mga drag mo for the legalization of it all?
It also would protect me as an artist on what are certain things I have to watch out for.
Oh, that's great.
Because some artists can be exploited.
Yeah.
So parang feeling ko if I work with the legal system or the legal team and ask them on what you can do to protect yourself as an artist in general, not just a queer artist, but in general, then you're better equipped when you are performing, when you know your rights basically.
Correct.
Na para okay. Yan. So, helpful siya. And then,
naman.
And then you can also have the opportunity to tell your story from a different perspective then.
Correct.
So,
Ano ka na? Elle Woods.
kind
Mag-legally
of.
blonde number.
I have a lot of jargons that are,
Ganon.
Objection, Your Honor. Sabina. Chara. Mga ganon.
Ganong bandara. But I mean, it's very, very exciting. But because you are a drag personality, ano pa yung
Okay.
ano pa yung hopes mo for Pura Luca Vega? Like, what are things you wanna pursue? Like, ano yung mga creative ideas that excite you?
I like that question. I'm already doing it. I'm trying new things, like what I've said earlier. Diba? I'm just trying new things, and I think I encourage people to just try new things. I've already managed to finish writing a book.
Oh,
Yeah, I wrote
what is the book about?
It's a comic book about drag. Let's just say that. And it's
Kaya ka ba naka-Superman cap right
yes.
now? Okay.
Weirdly enough, when I was in college, my thesis topic was using Filipino superheroes as models for teaching angular mechanics. Oh, sige. So I was like,
angular mechanics.
I mean, I was teaching like torque, you know.
Gets. Okay,
So all of
okay, got
these
it.
physics equations, physics concepts, and then you teach it using Darna as your model.
Nakakatawa. Kung yun yung thesis mo, there was always an element of theater
Yes.
in you. Because
And-
that's what I got.
Oo, and also ano rin, like parang bakla talaga.
Talaga.
Oy, mahilig ang bakla sa superhero.
Gusto ko yung tipong yung science ang mag-adjust sa kabaklaan ko.
Correct.
Not the other way around.
Correct. Oo. Kasi I want to be a woman of STEM. Char. Parang ganun. The first woman in space. Parang ganun. So, Elon, better watch out. Char. Keme.
But anyway, going back, so the comic book, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
What's the timeline with that? Is that like gonna be, is there a publishing date already up in place?
It would be scheduled around probably September of this year. But
I love it.
ano lang, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. but it also depends on how quickly the illustrator can do the illustration. Ayan. If all things go well naman, it should be ready around September. Or just in time for the Manila International Book Fair. Hopefully, launch.
Gusto ko yung
Taray.
big goals. I love it.
Ayun, just running my company.
Yes!
As a
Tama naman
businesswoman.
yun. As a businesswoman. Lahat
As
na,
a
no?
businesswoman.
Businesswoman in STEM.
Yes.
Yun ang gusto natin.
Correct.
I
Tapos
love
may microscope pa ganun.
I love it. Or balay mo like sineskwela, dragified.
Why
Oh,
not?
Why not?
Why not? We need
Diba?
more of that. We need more of that. I
No, yeah, that's great. So, well, thank you for sharing. Ang dami mong ginagawa. Natutuwa ako.
Thank you
So,
naman.
natutuwa
Ang dami mo
ako.
rin namang ginagawa.
Correct. Kaya naman talaga tayo napunta dito. Marami po kaming ginagawa. Okay. So wait, we have to talk about like the comedy of it all.
Yes.
It's a different form of artistic expression.
Totoo naman.
What are your observations so far? Let's just call it observations because I don't want to impose na there are things you like or do not like about
Sa comedy?
it. Oh.
Honestly, I think we need more comedians. More queer comedians. Not to not to belittle the straight counterparts. Pero ang dami kasi nila.
Correct.
Parang feeling ko konti pa lang yung doing comedy talaga na mga baka. Although there are well-known naman talaga
Yeah.
na I mean, you look at the Vice
Yes.
establishments, there are plenty of really good comedians. But feeling ko kulang pa.
More.
Damihan pa. More. And then more flavors.
Flavors.
more variety of what comedy is, because there's from my observation,
Yeah.
there's just different brands of comedy and there's comedic style that really would suit the person out there. So parang you think you're funny, why not just write it down and like go to these comedy open mic skits.
So anong napansin mo in terms of like the difference in the kick that you get out of performing your truth in drag and then performing your truth
In a
stand-up
comedy
with just a
setup.
mic?
Iba yung format, malamang. But parang kasi, when doing drag, it's all of the elements. It's like a one-man show. Everything ganyan. But in doing comedy, it's a bit tricky because you're also trying to assess the audience, the place where you are, how to like write it in a way that it's so the writing part kasi when you're lip syncing naman, the writing is
It's
the
done.
it's already done, like the movement is part of it, ganon. But there are more similarities than differences, I think.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your
Naranasan.
many truths. Okay, so as part of the show, tinatanong ko lagi ang aking mga guests to, talk to an older version of themselves, diba? So, because, time gives us gifts and nuggets of wisdom. So, knowing what you know now,
Yes.
this Luca, anong sasabihin mo dun sa older version ni Luca na, just spent 4 days being incarcerated and, wanting to pick up the pieces and to like start again?
Well, I think where should I look? Yeah, Luca. Nasaan ka man? No, but I would really tell my younger self to hang in there, because I think there's a lot to be grateful for. And as corny, as cheesy as may sound, God is with you. God loves you. Totoo yun. Like, hindi nawala yung paniniwala ko na the universe, or whatever you believe in, if you believe in a divine being, has been with you, has helped you. And yeah, don't you worry. It's just keep on swimming and just live through it, and you will find that life is really worth living for.
Thank you. Beautiful. Nakakasatisfy ng soul. Ganon.
Shit.
So,
Chicken soup for the soul.
Correct.
Okay.
Maraming salamat for
Thank
joining me
you,
sa
Vows.
podcast. Where can the children find you?
You can find me in my house. No, I mean, you can look at my socials in all of the known platforms. It's Puro Luca Vega. You can also check my website. It's artofplv.com. Ayun. Nag-invest po ako sa website para lahat organized. Doon nyo na lang tingnan.
Para mabawi naman yung domain and hosting
Correct.
fees.
Yeah. Oo, totoo. Doon na eh. And yeah, see you there. See you in the establishments that I perform to.
I love it. Thank you so much, Luca. Maraming salamat again for listening to this episode of Kaya Pa Ba? Do not forget to rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are also available on YouTube anyway. And make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's Kaya Pa Ba Pod on Instagram. And follow me or not. Kayo na bahala. It's a free country.
You follow about.
But that's it. Maraming salamat. And I will see you on our next episode. Goodbye.
Bye!
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.